Welcome inside the Gentry Center on the campus of Tennessee State for ESPNU College Basketball. Rivalry Week presented by Cisco. Tonight, the Tennessee Martin Skyhawks take on the Tennessee State Tigers in an important OVC matchup. A quick peek at the standings in the Ohio Valley Conference reveals that Austin Peay continues to set the standard in this league, but Tennessee State still in the running to potentially host a first-round game. And a very pleasant good evening, everybody. Dave Weekley, happy to be alongside Mark Adams from Nashville tonight. Mark, for Tennessee Martin, they must win out their conference games if they still have hopes of going to the NCAA tournament.
There will be no March Madness for Tennessee Martin unless they can get a victory tonight and 3 more along the way. And for Tennessee State, they're trying to move up the rankings in the Ohio Valley Conference.
The first meeting between these two teams earlier this year was one of the wildest games in the Ohio Valley Conference. UT Martin had lost 6 straight. Then on their home floor, they fell behind at Tennessee State 17-1 before they came roaring back.
Tennessee Martin scored 56 second-half points to win that game. They want to recapture that magic here tonight.
Well, we've got 2 of the premier big men in this conference on the floor tonight. Gerald Robinson can really do it all for the Skyhawks.
He's long, he's lean, and about half mean in the paint. He's great on the offensive glass. This kid can score down low.
Clarence Matthews for Tennessee State is one of the OVC's premier offensive rebounders.
A broad-shouldered, big body who likes to do the dirty work. A blue pail, kind of lunch pail kind of guy, blue-collar player that can get it done with his broad shoulders in the offensive glass.
So we are set for Ohio Valley Conference basketball from Nashville. UT Martin in town to take on Tennessee State. We'll tip it up in just a moment.
Moving survival tip number 73. An old college roommate with a truck becomes a new best friend.
But the best moving tip is to use Dish Mover from Dish Network. Just call us when you're ready to move. Take your receivers and remotes with you and leave the dish antenna behind. We'll professionally install a new dish antenna and your receivers at your new home. It's Dish Mover. Dish Network. More convenience for you, better TV for all.
The one thing I would change about my life would be to attend ITT Tech much earlier on. I found that the hands-on education gave me a new direction and made me realize exactly what I wanted to do for the future. My wife was the one person who encouraged me to achieve more. She made me feel like I had a lot more to offer.
We are educators helping people build a foundation for the rest of their lives. ITT Technical Institute, School of Electronics Technology, education for the future.
To find out more, call 1-800-741-5248.
We welcome you back to ESPNU College Basketball Rivalry Week, presented by Cisco. We're at the Gentry Center on the campus of Tennessee State. OVC hoops on a Tuesday night. Big game. Both these teams, Mark, really looking to turn things around. They've been losing recent games, and the tournament in Nashville is getting closer. It will be played just a few blocks from here at the Gaylord Entertainment Center. Star Watch tonight, Robinson and Matthews.
Robinson is a guy that can score in a lot of different ways, medium range, and go to the offensive glass. I love how long he is. And Clarence Matthews, just a big, tough hombre down low. Look for the battle of offensive boards to determine who wins this basketball game tonight.
Mark, this is an interesting one because even though this is a guard-oriented league, we've got some of the better big men in the conference tonight. For Tennessee Martin, Knight and Harrison Tolliver, a 3-guard lineup. Woodfork and Jones up front. Irvin and Belton in the backcourt for Tennessee State. Moray Ivy, Courtney Bohannon, and Clarence Matthews inside, a pair of seniors for Tennessee State.
You know, Dave, for Tennessee Martin, certainly Cleve Woodfork has to come up big for Brett Campbell.
Brett Campbell is in his 8th season as the head coach at UT Martin. He's made significant progress. Worked for Joe Dean Jr. for a while, a alumni of Valdosta State. And Cy Alexander now in his 4th season after a long stint, 16 years at South Carolina State, where he was the MEAC Coach of the Year 3 times. 20th season as a head coach, spent more than a decade as an assistant coach at Howard.
Well, he's led Tennessee State to back-to-back 500 seasons or better, and right now at 10-14, Cy Alexander, who's had his best player, Bruce Price, have an injury before the season ever started. He's still hanging around at 10-14 right now and has shot to move up the standings.
Tennessee Martin has lost 7 of their last 8. Tennessee State has dropped 4 in a row. That's obviously not the kind of momentum you want to build toward tournament play.
But for Tennessee State, they're at home, which is a good home court advantage tonight. And for Tennessee Martin, it's put all your eggs into one basket, battle like heck, and find a way to get a road win. Otherwise, there will be no March Madness for Tennessee Martin at the OVC tournament this year.
Tennessee Martin is looking for that winning formula on the road. They are 1-12 off their home court. Jerry Vaughn leads up our trio of OVC officials. Tennessee State is in their home white. And Tennessee Martin is in their familiar blue and orange. And the team they call the Big Blue here in Nashville, Tennessee State, controls the tap, and they've got the basketball. Bohannon, he'll take that three. He'll tee it up and knock it in.
And Courtney Bohannon, a guy that can face up. A majority of his shots come from three, where he knocks down